Doop-a-doop-a-doo. How are you? I'm sure you are amazing. Boom. Here's a great question. If you're not feeling amazing, what do you do? If your body's not in the kind of shape you want it to be in, what do you do? If you don't have a stack of energy, if you are getting sick all the time, if your life just isn't going the way you want it to go physically, what do you do about it? And as an exercise professional all of my life, it's been a really perplexing, tough question for me to try and understand. And I'm just asking you very personally, if you want something, what are the reasons that stop you from getting it? Do you make excuses? Does the world take over? If you really want something and you haven't got it, why not? And that's my big question, my study of excellence. Because when I look at the people that are healthy, fit and strong, that are in great shape, that have a life that they love, they're financially free, they've got a career or business that they love, obviously the headspace is very different than the people that say they want those things, because the people that don't want them, and I always ask this question, it's kind of like a differentiation scale. It's not a right or wrong, it's just different. So some people seem very comfortable and happy with just getting by. They live from paycheck to paycheck. They have a few cool things in their life that they like, but they have no desire to have a beautiful home, a beautiful car, to go on expensive holidays. They have no desire to be financially free. They're quite happy where they are. There are other people who share with me passionately, and I'll go a step further, they have no interest in being healthy. They're quite happy to smoke, drink, take drugs. Being healthy, fit and strong is not part of their driving force. So that group, of course, are not unhappy because they're living their life the way they want to, and I think that's bloody cool, don't you? I don't want to be wealthy. I don't want to be successful. I don't want to be healthy, fit and strong. I don't even care if I don't like my job. I just live my life from day to day. But I'm not unhappy doing that. I think that's great. Then there's the group of people in the middle that share with me, I want to be healthy, fit and strong. I want to have a body that looks good in the mirror. I want to have a career or business that I love. I want to be financially free. And they even share with me they want that for their kids. And they don't do anything about it. They come up with every reason, excuse, justification for not doing it. And then there's a group of people, and they might have come from this group or this group. They might have been born into either of those groups. But they have this attitude that I share constantly. You'll see me waving at the top or dead on the side, but I'm not coming back, I'll do it or die. So whatever mountain they choose to climb, whether it's to be healthy, fit and strong, whether it's to have a beautiful home, car, go on expensive holidays, whether it's to be a successful sports person or a successful business person or business owner, they've just decided that that's what they want and nothing's going to stop them. So they don't blame their background, they don't blame their culture, they don't blame their education, they don't blame their lack of money, they just find a way to do it. So what's the headspace? Where do you fit? And the purpose of the question, of course, is are you happy? And if you're happy living without anything and without any expectations of anything, then of course that's a great life. If you're here and you've achieved and you're constantly achieving, because I meet those people and invest time with those people where they love their life and they can't help themselves, they just have to keep getting better. They don't do their business for the money, they do their business because they love their business and they just want it to keep getting better. Consequently, they keep getting richer. They're already healthy, fit and strong, but they keep training and keep exercising and keep getting fitter and stronger because it's their driving force. It's like their DNA inside them says, I need to keep getting better. The challenge I've got with the DNA suggestion, though, is that I'm born that way, I can't help it. That means I don't have a choice. And I'd like to believe as humans that we have a choice. If we're living without anything and we decide I don't want to live like that anymore, I'd like to think that we can make a change. I'd like to think that if you are constantly driving and pushing and driving and pushing, that if you get to a point where that's enough now, that you can feel safe and comfortable and secure just living your life, being satisfied with your life the way it is. What I would love to find out is why the people that want something don't go and get it. And there's another even more perplexing question for me. There are some people that start and stop and or achieve and go backwards. So I'll use somebody that's very overweight and they lose a stack of weight. And so let's pick a number. They're 150 kilos and they get down to 70 kilos and they're fit and strong and they're playing a sport and they love their life and then they put it all back on again. And that's the psychology that I can't understand. And I've been involved with a lot of those people because I've been involved with the Biggest Loser television show on quite a few seasons. And that seems to be the case, that if you go from being very overweight and you lose the weight, you tend to put it back on again. And I would like to understand why, because once you've been healthy, fit and strong, why is it that you'd want to go backwards? Now, I don't have answers to any of those things, but I'd like to consider that perhaps it is a choice. I don't want to think that because I was born in a certain culture or born with a certain DNA or born in a certain country or born at a certain height or weight that I have to accept that that's what my life's going to be like. Now, there are some exceptions to that, of course. If I'm 6 foot tall and I've got a big body structure, I'm probably not going to be a jockey. And if I'm 5 foot tall and tiny, I'm probably not going to be a basketballer. But there are so many options in life and so many opportunities, and it seems that people are given the opportunity or they want it, but they don't go for it. And is it laziness? Is it lack of discipline? Is it a lack of motivation? And that's the question that I find perplexing because, for example, if you have children, do you not want the best for your children? And the quote that seems to, for me, most logical for parenting is that kids don't do what we tell them to do, they do what we do. Because I'm involved with so many other people's children, and I have been all of my life, I've been involved with schools and children and teaching all of my life, it's really obvious that kids really don't listen to what we say, they watch very carefully what we do. So at the risk, because I'm not a parent, I always ask this question: if you have children, your children, looking at you, watching what you do, what kind of life do you want them to have? And here's another great question. The life that you've got at the moment, that you live at the moment, do you want that for your children? So do you want them to be as healthy, fit and strong as you are? Do you want them to have the career or business that you're passionate about? Now, it might not be the same business, but do you want them to have a career or business that they're passionate about? Do you want them to struggle for money or to be financially free and secure? And do you want them to have lousy, stinking, rotten people in their life, or do you want them to have great relationships? And of course, we can say what we want for our kids. We want them to be healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that love, be financially free and have great relationships. But how would they know that's even possible? And that's one of those questions I ask all the time. If you are a parent or if you've got people relying on you for inspiration, how would they get that inspiration if we're not living that? And it's the example I use all the time. When I was 13 years of age, I decided those 4 things. That's why I'm passionately seeking out the answers to these questions, because I said at 13, I'm going to be healthy, fit and strong for the rest of my life. I'm going to have a career or business that I love. I'm going to be financially free, and I'm only going to have great people in my life. And maybe that's that point. You'll see me waving from the top or dead on the side, but I'm not coming back. I'll do it or die. Because I didn't say I hope I can. I didn't say eventually I will. I didn't say maybe I will. I just said I will. And there was no plan B. There was no option. And I always share that. If there's a plan B, is it possible that plan A never gets done? Because plan A is usually harder than plan B. Plan B is the easy backup to plan A. So if you don't give yourself a plan B, is it possible then that you are going to achieve your plan A? And that's where the study of excellence comes in. Because when you have a look at the people that are living those 4 things, and that to me is success, and you may have a different definition, and I get that. But for me, when I look at a successful person or I invest time with a successful person, it's for these reasons. They are very healthy. When I say very healthy, fit and strong, they are healthy, fit and strong, and they want to stay that way for the rest of their life. They're not going backwards and forwards, up and down. They have a career or business that they're absolutely passionate about, and they wouldn't do anything else. They would do it for free. They are financially free or on track to being financially free, and they only accept great people in their life. They don't accept disrespectful, rude, gossiping, horrible people. To me, those 4 things are the definition of success. So when I say I study success and I study excellence, I look at the people that are healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that they love, they're financially free, and they have only respectful people in their life. What's the difference in headspace between those people and these people? Now, I think it's the same headspace, because they're totally satisfied with the way that they're living. This group of people don't want for anything. They don't want to be healthy. They don't want to have a lot of money. They don't want to go to expensive hotels. They don't want a nice car. They're just living their life and loving the way they're living. This group in the middle is the fascinating one, because they seem to be the ones that join the gym or find a trainer or read a book or go to a conference or listen to a podcast about how to, but it seems to be a lack of application. Is there plenty of information about how to be healthy, fit and strong? Yes. Is there some good and bad information? Yes. But the bottom line is if you decide to get your body into great shape, you'll find a way. It doesn't matter who you listen to, you'll still find a way. And some people will do it by being a vegan, and some people do it by being a carnivore, and some people do it by running, and some people do it by biking, and some people do it by weight training. But if you have a driving force to be fit and strong, have you noticed? You'll see me waving from the top or dead on the side. The person that says I'm going to do it, they do it. They don't think about it. They don't maybe eventually, hopefully, they just do it. And that's what I'm asking you personally, because this whole question is, are you happy? And if you're not happy, is it possible? And I'm careful with the word happy, because the psychologists and psychiatrists don't like to call it happiness. They call it being satisfied with your life. Because if you feel unsatisfied, then you feel stress or guilt or anger or anxiousness, or you just don't feel fulfilled. But if you love your life, you wake up every day with a big smile on your face, you enjoy every day, you enjoy being outside or inside, you enjoy whether it's summer or winter, you enjoy whether you're eating a bag of chips from the chippy or you're eating a 5-course gourmet meal, you just love your life. And that kind of life is what I wish for everybody. And if you think that happiness is going to come from having a beautiful home and a beautiful car, it's possible. There are people who have beautiful homes and beautiful cars who are happy. But as I always share, there's a lot of very wealthy people who have them. They have 100 cars and they have 5 houses and they've got $1 billion and they're still really miserable. So my question is, what's going to make you happy? And is it possible that if you are striving for something, if you want something, if you wish for something, but you don't do anything to get it, or you don't do what's required to get it, then you might feel unhappy. And I listened just recently to a gentleman who suggested that the reason that a lot of people are not in great shape, they don't have ripped abdominals or tight butt cheeks or a perfect body. It's not that you're not capable of doing it, it's just that you don't want to put in the effort or the work. Because to have ripped abdominals requires a little bit more discipline and a little bit more effort, a little bit more energy than, oh, it's cold today, I can't be bothered. You have to be the person that gets out. Now, today it's freezing cold. Yes, it's sunny, but it's bloody cold out here. And I live in a household with myself and my gorgeous husband where there is no excuses. There are no, I can't do it today, I don't feel like it. Rain, hail, shine, hot, cold, windy, rainy, frosty, late at night, early in the morning. This house is 2 people who we just do whatever it takes to feel satisfied. See, if I know that because I train every day, if I don't train, I feel miserable. I don't want to feel miserable, so I train every day. I love great food, so I'm never going to go on a diet and I'm never going to restrict my eating because I don't want to feel, I wish I could have that. I'm never going to do that to my life. And that's why I'm so happy. Now, that you don't have to live your life like me, obviously. But what are you doing every day to be happy, to feel satisfied, to love your life? And if you don't, could it be a really good thing to have a look at? Is it because I want, but I'm not doing what's required to get? So there's 2 parts there. Go do it and get it. Or, see the bees out here. They're just amazing. I hope that you saw that bee go past the camera. He's just gorgeous. I get happiness and joy from so many things, and I wish that for everybody. To get happiness and joy from your life every single day, whether it's because a bee flies across your face, or the sun is shining, or there's a little bit of snow on the mountain, or you're taking on the world and winning, or you're achieving your sporting goals, or you're achieving your business goals, whatever it is that you want to do that makes you feel satisfied. Wouldn't it be awesome to live your life like that? I call that living your life to the max. So you accept the life that you've got and love it, and that's my favourite quote. I love who I am, but I'm excited about who I'm becoming. So I love my life today, but I'm always aiming and striving and wanting to get better and better. Now, you don't have to live your life like that, but that's why I'm so happy, because that's how I live mine. And yes, regularly accused of being obnoxiously happy, and I love that. It's the ultimate compliment you can give me. If you bully me and criticise me and gossip about me because she's ridiculously happy, that is the ultimate compliment for me, because yes, I am ridiculously happy because I live my life to the max. How about you? Live your life to the max. You can sing every day. I feel good. Na 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 na. I knew that I would now. Na 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 na. So good. Yeah, so good. Woohoo!